Barbershop Conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I just watched the highlights of the 76ers game to see if they would show the highlight of the young lady that knelt during the national anthem, and they didn't show it. Now what that leads me to believe is that they're trying to, mass media is trying to silence the movement and not show it, like how they not show people streaking across the field when they interrupt football sporting events, or football games. They're doing the same thing with the national anthem, because if I'm not mistaken, that's a big story in sports. Probably the biggest story of the day, the second biggest story behind Josh Brown. So I would say mass media. I'm looking for it on the internet because I want to hear all the boos. You know, the boos are coming when you do something like that. So, but it's just funny that ESPN is laying silent. But I know they have a contract with the NBA. I think it's Friday night basketball and Sunday, because they show it on ESPN as ABC. So interesting to know. So just know that although they're not showing it, the movement is still getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm excited. I want to see who's the first NBA basketball player to take a knee during a basketball game. That'd be interesting. I wish it would be LeBron James or one of the core four that stood at the ESPYs, but you know, Chris Paul isn't tough enough. We learned that in the Donald Sterling incident. LeBron James already said he's not going to stand. If I was betting in Vegas, I would have thought it would have been what's the kid's name from New York? Oh man, Carmelo Anthony. But because Dwayne Wade's cousin was killed this summer, I would move my bet towards Dwayne Wade, that he would have been the first to take a knee, especially because Chicago is the highest in crime rate. And although those are two separate arguments and I don't like intertwining them, the only thing that is the same is that a gun was used. Because when a person is in power, it's like a school teacher, a parent, an adult taking advantage of a minor. You're using your absolute control to gain leverage or manipulate a situation when you already have an advantage. So that's where I draw the line. I never ever correlate, with the exception of the gun in this case, but I never correlate black on black crime with police on civilian crime or black men crime. So killings, excuse me. So Barbershop Conversations, feel free to comment, but it's just alarming that ESPN didn't pick up this story, because it's the second biggest story of the day besides Josh Brown. So Barbershop Conversation, the movement is still moving, but like Gil Scott-Heron said, the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be televised. Anyway, Barbershop Conversations, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, peace.